Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. FPL Consult here, and today we're going to do the Gameweek 37 team selection video. So as usual, I've loaded this video with also other content so that it is relevant for a lot of you guys. So first we're going to talk about the first updated Freehit 37 draft that I have, which includes Kevin De Bruyne, and then the second draft, which includes Harry Kane instead of Kevin De Bruyne, right? There is a debate right now whether to have Kevin De Bruyne or Kane instead, because they both are predicted to perform pretty well in Gameweek 37, right? So depending on which one we favor, we can go for either of these drafts, right? And then after that, I will go into my Gameweek 36 review, where I scored actually 117 points on my bench boost, right? As of recording, it is at 117 points, but I have Saka yet to play, so I am recording this before the Arsenal and Tottenham game, right? So hopefully Saka can bring my rank to an even greater height, but currently I am sitting on a massive green arrow, and I will show you guys later on. But thereafter, we will talk about my Gameweek 37 team selection. So hopefully this video is helpful for you guys. If you do enjoy it, please help me out and leave a like, subscribe if you are new around here, and let's get on with the content. So here is the first Freehit 37 draft that I have, and of course this draft includes the man on fire right now, so Kevin De Bruyne, right? So let's take a look at this draft, and I've set up in goal with Pickford and also Trent at the back, Medicash and Luka Dean. So these four at the back, basically the keepers and the defenders, will remain the same for both drafts, and that's because it's pretty template, right? We are predicting that Aston Villa would keep clean sheets against their opponents, and also having Pickford at the back with a double game week there also kind of gives us some coverage into the Everton defense, right? They are fighting the relegation battle still, right? So Pickford is going to go all out and try to keep a clean sheet as well. So these four at the back are pretty much going to stay the same. So the main differences would be in the players in the midfield and also up front, right? So in this draft, as mentioned, I've gone for De Bruyne in midfield, and then for the other four midfielders, there is Heung-min Son, Salah, Zaha, and Gordon, right? So for Zaha and Gordon, they are the ones with a double game week, and it is of course important to have a number of double game week players in our free hit team, right? So Zaha and Gordon would make up another two players who have double game weeks in our midfield, right? And then as for Son, Salah, and De Bruyne, all of them have pretty decent single game week fixtures, and they are pretty much expected to perform really well in Game Week 37, so we cannot ignore these single game week players as well, right? And then up front, I've gone for Richarlison and Ings. So I've gone for Ings because Watkins is currently nursing a little bit of an injury, so there is some doubt whether he will start. So I've gone for Ings, who also has pretty good numbers to back him up as well, right? Richarlison, as expected, he is Everton's kind of main man right now. Calvert-Lewin has come back into the squad and was subbed on in the previous game, so maybe he can add to the attractiveness of Richarlison as an attacking asset, right? So on the bench, all non-playing players except Mitchell. So in case maybe Luka Dean or Medicash does not play, then Mitchell can come right in, right? So I pretty much like this draft also because it covers a lot of the important single game week players that we cannot ignore, right? But for now, let's take a look at the next draft, which does not include Kevin De Bruyne and includes Harry Kane instead. So this is our second free hit draft, and basically Kane now comes into the team. I've removed Ings and I've brought in Coutinho in the midfield instead, and everyone else pretty much stays the same, except now I've upgraded Zaha to Maddison, and that's because I do feel like Maddison could be in store for some returns as well, and we get some Leicester coverage there. And on top of that, Maddison could really profit against Watford and Chelsea, because we know that Chelsea, even though they did keep a clean sheet against Leeds was one man down, and before that they have been quite leaky at the back, right, Chelsea? So every chance that Maddison could profit, and he also recently got a goal against Norwich, so every chance that Maddison, who is also on set pieces, can benefit, right? And he could be quite a differential, because I don't think a lot of us would be going for Maddison if we are free hitting, right? He could be a differential if we are chasing rank, right? So I like this draft because it covers the two Tottenham assets that are the main attackers, right? So it's Son and Kane, and that's because Tottenham are actually the best single game week team in Game Week 37, right? Drafttown actually has them predicted to have the highest win percentage and also keep a clean sheet there, right? So every chance that Son and Kane can sweep Burnley away, and both of them, of course, we would think would be at the forefront of the returns, right? So That's why I really like this draft, and we get coverage into a lot of those double game week teams as well, right? So we still only have 4 single game week players and 7 double game week players, so I do feel like this balance is quite good, right? For those of you who want one more double game week player, you can go for 8 double game week players, but I do feel like that is the max because we cannot ignore some of those single game week players. And then on the bench is pretty much the same, right? As always, we have Mitchell to come in if any of our defenders do not play, because we are having 3 at the back and the minimum defenders is 3, so it is important to have that option on the bench as well. But apart from that, I like this team as well, so it really is a question of whether we want to go for Kane or De Bruyne, right? We can't really fit both of them into the team. De Bruyne has a pretty much a tougher fixture against West Ham, but he is in good form. Kane has an easier fixture against Burnley, and Spurs are predicted to perform really well, right? Kane is on penalties as well, so that is quite a dilemma. But depending on whichever one you favor, you can go for either of these drafts. I am actually leaning towards this draft, right, draft 2, and that's because I actually do predict a tougher game for Man City against West Ham, right? Because West Ham is also chasing to kind of finish as high up on the table as they can, so that they can further their Europe ambitions, right? So hopefully these two drafts help you guys to kind of craft your free hit team if you are free hitting in Game Week 37. So now on to my team, and guys, I am sitting on a massive green arrow right now. I managed to score 117 points on my bench boost, so really happy about that. But I do know that there have been quite amazing scores. I've been looking through Twitter and I've seen, some people with 170, 180 points, so really great. Let me know how you got on for Game Week 36 down in the comments below. But this was how I did, right? I'm really happy with this score, so I can't really complain too much about, maybe not having Kevin De Bruyne, right? For those of you who brought him in on a hit maybe and you captain him, really, fair play to you guys, because he was predicted to perform really well as well. I did actually have a dilemma where I was choosing between bringing in Jesus for free or bringing in Kevin De Bruyne for a hit, and I went for the safer option of bringing in Jesus because I didn't want to take a hit, and that kind of was a mistake, right, on hindsight, because I should actually have brought in Kevin De Bruyne, because now Jesus is a minute's risk as well, right? I don't really know whether he will start the next game, right? So on hindsight, I should have brought Kevin De Bruyne in. So I did make a mistake there, but I am hoping that in Game Week 37 I can make up some rank as well. I have some interesting moves to kind of maybe break into the top 100k hopefully, right? But really happy with this performance from my team still, right? A lot of players brought in the returns for me. Schmeichel kept a clean sheet, right? James, Cancelo, Laporte, all really outstanding. Van Dijk managed to get an assist as well, right? And Saka still has a game to go, right? So I could be sitting on more points when the game week actually ends, right? Mason Mount also with a goal and an assist, really great, 3 bonus points as well. And then Richarlison has an assist as well, right? So on the bench also, outstanding performance from Foster, kept a clean sheet there, 3 bonus. Gordon with 5 points, Dewsbury Hall 5 points, and Dennis didn't manage to start the second game, so only 2 points from him. But in general, really happy with this team. Maybe the only downside I would feel is that my captain didn't really perform, right? I could actually tell myself things like I could have captained someone else, but realistically speaking, if I didn't bring Kevin De Bruyne in, then of course Salah would have to be the next obvious captain option, right? So I do have to kind of consider, right, moving forward whether I still want to captain Salah. But for now, right, I am happy with this rank, and let's see in Game Week 37 how I am going to line up. So this is how I'm lining up for Game Week 37, right? I've already taken Laporte out for Medicash, and I am sitting on my second transfer move of taking Jesus out for Danny Ings, right? So for now, this is how it's going to look like. I haven't locked in the second transfer of Jesus to Ings, right? But the Laporte to cash transfer has already been made, right? So, and I also intend to captain Medicash because I actually do think Villa's chances of a clean sheet is pretty high, and Medicash, of course, we all know has some potential of getting attacking returns as well, right? But apart from that, because I am not on a free hit, I had to bring in these two double game week players because I do think Villa is the most attractive double game week team that we can bring in right now, right? So with these two transfers, I now have a total of 6 double game week players, right? So, and I have 5 single game week players. So I do think like this makeup is probably as close to a free hit team as I can get, right? And that's because I'm not on free hit, so I can't really go for those players like Zaha that everyone would go for. I can't really go for Madison as well, because I already have some Leicester coverage in Dewsbury Hall, and I am also afraid of his minutes, right? Maybe he won't play both, because we all know that Madison does go through some rotation because of his injuries, etc. Right? So I do feel like this team is currently the best decisions I can make right now. I can't really do much about any unpredictable outcomes, but hopefully this team is able to tide me through Game Week 37 and bring my rank into the top 100k, right? I am hoping to finish the season strongly in the top 10k, the top 100k. So hopefully this team can get me there. I also do have some good options on the bench, right? Saka and Van Dijk, but these are probably going to be bench options because I will need them in Game Week 38 where they do have good fixtures, and some of the Everton and Aston Villa assets, as we all know, don't have good fixtures, right? So that's why it's important for me to keep those players on the bench as well, right? So I hope these changes pay off. I will confirm my second transfer soon, but yeah, let me know what you guys think of this team. Is it good enough? Are there any players that I am missing? Right, let me know down in the comments below. But hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you do enjoy it, do help me out and leave a like. Subscribe if you are new around here, and I will see you guys in another video very soon. Bye bye.